Hey, welcome to Daily Devo. I'm Pat. Today we're going to talk about fasting. Fasting is not a popular spiritual discipline in our culture. Sure, recently there have been more books and articles displaying the incredible health benefits to fasting, but those are focused on the value of fasting for fat loss or boosting our immune systems, things related to our physical bodies. However, fasting is something the Bible often speaks about, and the primary focus of it was not so much physical benefits, although there are many, but the spiritual benefits. In Matthew chapter 6, Jesus speaks about fasting. Now remember, he is talking to predominantly a Jewish audience who would most likely be fasting as a normal part in their lives. In verses 16 through 18 of chapter 6, Jesus says this, "And when you fast, don't make it obvious as the hypocrites do, for they try to look miserable and disheveled so that people would admire them for their fasting. I tell you the truth, that is the only reward they will ever get. But when you fast, comb your hair and wash your face. Then no one will notice that you are fasting, except your Father who knows what you do in private, and your Father who sees everything will reward you." Notice first of all that Jesus does not say, if you fast, but when you fast. See, I grew up learning that fasting was something that was done away with, that it was some kind of Old Testament lifestyle that we're no longer responsible to do. I've come to completely disagree with this. Fasting, in fact, is a great spiritual discipline that we should all practice. So what is fasting? Fasting is giving up something in order to focus on God. Most often we relate fasting to food, meaning that it's giving up food for a certain amount of time. But the principle of fasting can go way beyond food. It could be giving up anything that you need for a period of time in order that you can use that time to better focus on God. So try this. Ask yourself, what holds me in its grip? Maybe finish a sentence like this. Wow, I really need, fill in the blank. I really need coffee. I really need chocolate. I really need to binge watch some TV. I really need a glass of wine. I really need to check my social media for the 100th time today. What holds you in its grip? Could you, or better said, would you consider giving up that thing you so desperately need in order to commune with Jesus in a deeper way, in order to subtly remind yourself to rely on God and not things, in order to slow down and hear from your Creator and Savior, in order to remind yourself that He sustains your life, not all these things? Would you consider fasting from something, maybe even today or tomorrow? And as you set aside that need, would you take Jesus' words in Matthew 6 to heart and do it joyfully? Set aside that food or that chocolate or that social media or that Netflix series for a day, a few days, or maybe even a week, and spend some special time with your God, who loves you more than you will ever know. Jesus said, "And when you fast," not if you fast. It's a spiritual discipline that can bring amazing growth and incredible intimacy with God. Let's try it. I'm going to take this challenge. Will you take it with me?